Hello everybody, it's Emily from Emily Loves London. Voice slowly getting better. And today I'm doing my March Comic TBR. It's quite short today, but there are a few that are quite fat, and I have a lot of book reading to do, so I'm kind of cutting down a bit on my comic reading. But I am reading quite a lot this month, so we shall see if I can get any more in. But this is my TBR pile for this month. First on the list I have, oh, it's falling. I have Daredevil Volume 1. This is done by Mark Waid. My voice just went there. Don't know why it did that. It's written by Mark Waid. The artist is Samnee, and the colour artist is Javier Rodriguez, and the letterist is Joe Caramanja, and it has a 3.98 on Goodreads. It's published by Marvel, and this is basically Daredevil battling. I love that this is evil counterpart is called the Owl. I know, so weird. But yeah, this looks... I've never read any of Daredevil at all, so I thought this was a good place to start. And I do love Mark Waid stuff, so yeah, I'm looking forward to it. It should be a good read. Next on my list, I have a reread that I'm doing for the film release. This is Infinity Volume 1. It's a chunky one. This is written by Jonathan Hickman, predominantly, and one of the artists is Jim Chuang, and the letterist is Joe Caramanja again, and the inkist is Mark Morales, and it has a 3.65 on Goodreads. It's a Marvel publication, and basically this is about Thanos and his galactic war with the Earth and the Avengers. So yeah, it's fat and it's awesomely designed, and it just looks amazing, and I can't wait to read it again because I loved reading it the first time. There are 2 volumes, so yes, and they're quite fat as well, so it's going to take me a while to read this, but I will look forward to it. Next on my list, I think I've put this on my TBR once before, and I just never got round to it, so I am definitely getting round to it this time, and this is Groot Volume 1, written by Loveness, and the artist and the colour artist is Brian Kesinger, and the letterist is Jeff Eckelberry. Love his name. It's got a 4.35 on Goodreads. It's published by Marvel, and this is basically Rocket and Groot's intergalactic adventure, and it just looks so cool. I mean, what more can you ask for? It's Groot. But yeah, I can't wait to read this, and it should be fantastic. And this is the first hardback I've got. I've just noticed it's hardback. It's not a trade paperback. That's going to look nice on my shelf. Next we have a series that is now very long, and I have not actually looked at it or bothered to start it yet, which is really, really bad because obviously it's quite connected to the DC Universe films, so I feel like I should be reading this series. Which is quite long now. But yes, I am reading also Injustice Volume 1, and this is the first, volumes within the series. Because there's a few, detached series, and then there are volumes within that. So yes, so this is called Injustice Gods Among Us, and this is Volume 1. This is written by Tom Taylor, and the artist is Jheremy, Raapack, and the colourist is Andrew Elder, not Edler, God, my voice is just going. The letterist is Wes Abbott, and it has a 4.35 on Goodreads, and it is a DC publication, and the only DC publication I will be reading this month, which is very bad. I might just add in my new volume of Scooby Apocalypse if I can get to it, but yeah. This is basically the story of the Superman versus Batman kind of battle, which we've already had in the film. So yeah, I definitely need to get reading this series. But yeah, it looks incredible. I'll show you, give you a little sneak peek. So yeah, I love how I just turned to the Wonder Woman page. She's awesome. But yeah, so I can't wait to start reading this. It's got some amazing characters that I love, and yeah, it should be really good. Second last on my list, we are moving to Image, and these are 2 series I am continuing with and nearly getting to the end of what is published in these series, so that's quite cool. The first is Saga Volume 6. This is written by Brian K. Vaughan, and the artist in it is Fiona Staples. It's got a 4.49 on Goodreads, and it's basically follows the story of Alana and Marco, who are a couple that are from completely different races, and both races hate each other and are at war with each other, and they decide to have a baby who is so cute, and her name is Hazel, which I love. Love that name. And yeah, it's basically a story of how they survive throughout this world, and yeah, it's awesome. This is looking very like a modern cover, not the cover I'm usually used to from Saga, but yeah, I can't wait to continue on with this series, and I'm nearly at the end because we've recently had published in January the 8th volume, and that is we don't know when the 9th volume is coming out, but I think it should be soon. But yeah, nearly there, nearly caught up. Last but not least on my list, I have Lazarus Volume 3. I love this series, it's so good. It's written by Greg Rucka, and the artist is Michael Lark, and the letterist is Jordie Wine, and the colorist is Santiago. And it's got a 4.22 on Goodreads, and this is basically continuing the story of Forever and also some other people in the story. Whose names I've completely forgotten. But it's follows Forever, who is part of one of the families that are battling for land, and also follows the story of an ordinary family who are just trying to survive, and yeah, trying to get work in this incredibly dystopian, depressing world, but it's a very, very good thriller as well, so definitely check it out. That is all the comics I am reading in March. I may read more, who knows. We'll see how it goes. Let me know what comics you are reading in March in the comments down below, and I will see you soon for a new video, guys. Give it a thumbs up if you like this video, and if you are new to my channel, you can click the subscribe button below to see more of me talk about comics, books, films, TV shows and gaming.